maybe. There you go. All right, so came down here, we saw it breaking structure. And then the market decided that it wanted to retrace, make an indication, correction, continue in a retracement level. And it came out here to this 618 kind of area of this impulse, okay, past the 50%, around the 618. If you don't understand what I'm talking about using our Fibonacci and taking out from this top of the impulse to the bottom of the impulse and see where the retracement went. And look right up here in the 618 level. Yeah, even at a little spike up here to the 786, the market was doing a hokey cokey. So the market decided that it pushed up there and actually decided to start doing the hokey cokey once again in here. Okay, let's drop our time frame down to our 4 hour. I'm going to remove this Fibonacci, it's unnecessary. Okay, the market was trading in here sideways. Can you see it? You must be able to see this sideways action. Okay, you must be able to say, okay, yes. If somebody asked you which way the market was going, you'd be saying, yeah, that market is going sideways. Why is it going sideways? Because it's not making higher highs or higher lows. It's actually making some highs and then breaking structure, coming up and making lower lows and breaking structure, making higher highs. It's doing a little hokey cokey. It doesn't know what it wants to do. So if it doesn't know what it wants to do, it's not bullish or it's not bearish. It is sideways. That's it. There's no more options. So simple. But we can see here recently, Friday, the market did what? Boom. Made some sort of indication. Now, at the moment, we're not sure if it's an indication or just a liquidity grab. All right? Because obviously, sometimes it might just push down here and then decide it wants to push all the way back up in here. Look, it did it over here. Look. Nam, 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 nam. Then we're expecting a correction, continuation. The market actually, in my opinion, this market is going to correct and then continue down bearish. All right? However, that's just my opinion. All right? We want to see some real facts. At the moment, here's an angle of incidence of how this market's been pushing down bearish. Can you see? At the moment, that's what's been happening. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to place an alert up into this imbalance where we're expecting the market to retrace to. I'm expecting the market to go back for that imbalance. Yeah? Who knows, the market may come all the way back up here for this imbalance. Once it doesn't break 50% and start closing up, making higher highs and higher lows, about 50% of this consolidation, which is approximately about here. All right, I'm going to make that line a solid line. And I'm going to make here green. Okay, it's approximately here, 50%. Look, if I look here, can you see the square? See that little square? Right about in the middle of it, I drew that line. I don't really want to see the market coming and closing back above here because I'm going to think to myself that it might be doing something else. All right, it might be pushing up. Okay, I think this market's going to correct, maybe into this imbalance, maybe if it's wicked and bad, up into these imbalances, and then start making its way down here. So I've got an alert above. I can also place an alert below. All right, like so. An alert below, crossing down. Let me drop my time frame down to an hour. Okay, because that here, if I want to mark it right now, this is all 4 hour, 8 hour daily imbalances. But let me mark them. I can mark them separately or I can mark them just as one big, I'm just going to mark them as one big block, okay, of imbalance. All right, where the market might want to come back in here. The market might want to come back in here. All right, and this market is one big block. You can do it separately on each candle, but that's enough for me. If I drop my time frame down to an hour, we can see things better, how the market has come down here. And now we're trickling back up into these levels. All right, now if I was to draw some lines, have a look. Here's the bigger lines that I'll draw. Touching this data point and this data point. Why? Because I'm touching that last swing high before this lowest point. And if I wanted to get even more detailed, which you can't necessarily see too well on the 1 hour time frame, I could draw another line. Watch, if I go to my 15-minute time frame, identifying from here, going like this, touching this last high before this lowest point. Okay, and now we can see how the market has come down there, and then what is it doing? We have to identify, have to know what it's doing. Our market was doing sideways action. All right, it was going sideways. It was going sideways in here until it's recently decided. Have a look. Let me try and zoom. Make sure I'm drawing it as accurate as possible. Accurate as possible. It's just recently decided to indicate that it wants to do this. This is now making a correction. There may be a smaller short-term trade, which is going to be a buy up into this imbalance. Maybe. I'm not overly interested in that, to be fair, but there may be a short-term buy if this market comes and closes above here without breaking structure. Okay, there may be a short-term buy on a Monday, which we know Monday can be a little bit hazardous. There's been a lot of things going on over the weekend, yeah, between Iran, between Israel, between blah 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 blah. All right, so you know we don't know how volatile today's gonna be, how erratic today's gonna be. All right, but maybe there's a short-term trade in here if we see this market close up above these levels. Okay, but ultimately I'm more interested in getting into this trade for the sell after imbalances have been closed, because I think that on a larger, once it doesn't come and break this structure, okay, I think this market is indicated wants to correct up into these levels. Let me see what that distance is from where we are, from here to up to here. Yeah, it could be a good 60-70 pips, maybe less. All right, before maybe deciding to turn on. If it's very stubborn, who knows, it might push all the way up back into here. Okay, which is gonna be a big trade, 200 pips, and then decide it wants to start breaking, coming down again. Who knows? Okay, but bottom line is this: on a larger time frame, this market here has broken outside of this consolidation, this sideways action at the moment. Okay, on a daily time frame, have a look. That's a big old push over here. All right, so I'm expecting to see some sort of retracement to close up some imbalance. I don't really expect it to get all the way up into these kind of imbalances, but I've identified it, I've marked it, and that's it. I don't need to do any more. I can't just start trading it now because because of the fact I've opened up my computer. All right, I can wait, I can be patient, I can see walk one. All right, like I said, these markets made some sort of indication here on the 50-minute time frame, on the 5-minute time frame, on the hour time frame. We've seen a little bit of a retracement. I'll put a little alert just above that wick. Maybe if I'm feeling adventurous, I'll take the retracement correction buy up into these levels if it doesn't break previous structure over here. But if not, I will just wait to see what happens when it gets up into those imbalances. Does it start to break structure? So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting, if I'm going to take this for the saw, that when the market comes up in here and closes these imbalances, oops, let me go again. This market gets up into here and closes up these imbalances. I'm waiting to see some indications, some corrections, some continuations on a decent time frame. Decent meaning no less than 5 minutes. No less than 5 minutes. If it's 15-minute, even better. All right. And if I see that, then maybe I might decide, yep, I'm going to be getting in here on the basis we're at least going to get down to these equal lows down here, but ideally past those equal lows. All right, but I can't force it to do that. I just have to wait to see what the market presents to me. So I've got my alerts in. You can see I've got an alert above here, got some alerts below here. I don't know why I've got one over here for some reason. I think that's the imbalance. Okay, and when they ring, I'm going to activate. I'm going to know what I want to do. All right, let's go look at another pair. Go look at another pair. I'm going to go and look at US 30, which should be pretty similar, but we'll have a look anyway. In fact, let's look at EJ. EJ's ringing for some reason. Let's go look at EJ first. EJ doesn't want me to look at no other pairs. All right, let's go and have a look at EJ. All right, we're going to zoom all the way out. All right, so what we'll have a quick glimpse at what we previously had on the screen, and we'll start again. Okay. So what we previously had on the screen is, can you see this blue range? Okay, we had this blue range that we said the market was trading up within. We also created a sideways action little box. We can say the market came down to the bottom of that box. All right, the market came all the way down to the bottom of that box, but didn't break the previous structure, and we've had a lovely reaction bullish. That's right up to the 50% of that range at the moment. The question is, are we going to have a reaction bearish here from this pink line and from this 50% area coming back down? Or is this market going to push up into these areas? Well, I don't really know. And we're at the middle of a range, middle of this bigger consolidation range, but top of this pink range. Only problem is we kind of broke outside of this pink range already. So really, if I was to redraw this, these lines would be more like this. Like so. Okay, but right now is the question of whether or not we're going to have a reaction bearish we're going to push outside. But let me look at it on a smaller time frame. I'm not really overly interested in taking trades in the middle of this consolidation range, but we are at the top of this bearish pink range. So maybe it will give me a little opportunity. So I'm going to draw some lines in. I'll draw one like this. I'm going to just make it orange. I'm also going to draw one like this, touching these data points like so. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can see what's going on. I don't know how well I drew that line. Not superb, but market's in here. All right, so on a smaller time frame, if I was really looking for something from EJ, I want to see some structure being broken on this smaller time frame. And the most significant structure that would tell me something would be breaking this level in here. Oops. Breaking this level in here. Okay. We've also got some minor structure in here. We've got this high over here. All right. So I'm going to pop an alert in. I'm going to pop an alert in down here before it gets to down there, ever so slightly, crossing down. I'm also going to place an alert over here just before the top, crossing up. Yeah, I'll also pop an alert for this minor structure in here if it gets down to this first little level, crossing down. All right, I'm waiting to see if this is going to happen. All right, if it is, you're good. All right, and that's it. Nothing more to do. Set it up, waiting to see what happens. If my alerts ring, I'll have another look. All right, let's go back to looking at what we was looking at. In fact, let me go over here. I don't need to make another window. I'm going to go and click in here, click US 30, Awanda's version. All right, now I'm going to go to my daily. I'm going to zoom out every time. Doesn't matter what the market is. I'm going to zoom out every single time. Okay, now we've got some previous markup on there. We can leave it. I couldn't start again. Look, I think it's quite straightforward, so maybe unnecessary to start over again. This market is trading up within that blue range. All right, it's not drawn fantastic, but let's just say that this market is trading up within that blue range. Okay, yeah, it's not drawn very well. Okay, but either way, that's the energy. We've seen it push up in here, and then we've seen the market come back up and push up in here. So basically, that market that you can see is trading up within those two. I'm gonna make them a different color because it's got a lot of yellow, pink, or fuchsia, what kind of color that is. All right, kind of a range. Okay, so the market's trading up within. Yeah, taking into consideration some of these data points, and within that we can see this little impulse here that's happened. That impulse is, like I said, not drawn amazing, but it's within this yellow range, making higher high, higher low, higher high, potentially expecting to see a higher low at the moment. Let's drop our time frame down to our 4 hour, and we can see how the market is making bearish impulse. Yeah, coming down here, breaking some structure. Okay, you can see the market pushed all the way up here to this high, breaking some structure, breaking some structure. Okay, the market's doing something. So let's have a look to see what it's doing. The market is making lower lows and lower highs, trading down within this yellow range. All right, that I've drawn, as you can see. Okay, and we can see that this market is making lovely structure. And I'm going to show you guys something which is about measured moves. All right, measured moves. Look, from this high down to here, we're going to draw a little red box. Okay, watch this. I'm going to duplicate this red box. From here to here, what a coinky-dink. Let's duplicate it again. From that high, you can see there's a wick in here. We're pretty close in regards to being a measured move. Okay, in here. Let's go again. From this high, maybe this market wants to push down a little bit more for a measured move. I don't know. Okay, but these measured moves are quite interesting. Let's see how well I've drawn this. Yeah, drawn them okay. Okay, the market is moving with symmetry. Okay, there it is, a bit higher than that. I just clocked. Yeah, the market is moving with symmetry. okay? It's doing the same things, okay? It's called market symmetry, all right? And let me get rid of some of these previous lines. Some of these previous lines for showing liquidity that were taken, okay? So everything went to plan in regards to that markup. We marked it up, we identified it. Some of you may have been in that cell. Some of you may have not, because you wasn't at your screen or able to get to your screen, or you didn't set your alerts, but you've got all the tools to have been able to get. So right now, have a look. We've got to ask ourselves some questions about this market, okay? The questions I'd be asking, I'm trying to just clean this up, okay? So the questions I'd be asking, let me even get rid of this box. The questions I'd be asking is, are we at the bottom of a range now? Okay, and are we going to see it push back up to the top of that yellow range? Are we at this is a discount down here. Even though the market is falling, are we at a discount or are we at a premium? This is a question I'll be asking myself. Okay, now let's have a look here. Let's draw some lines. Okay, so from this perspective from here, we can see some data points like that of the market touching this data point and this data point. If I pull out a parallel line, that gives us a range of how the market's been moving down within this range. Boom, boom, boom. Ping, pong, ping. How we finish ponging, I don't know. But what I can do is I can draw some lines and be able to see what's going on. Like so. And we can see now we've dropped the time frame, and we can see that right now over the weekend, etc., the market was doing some sideways action. Have a look. This is all sideways scribble. All right, in here was all some sideways scribble. All right. And the question is this market going to push up and close above here? Let's add an alert. Crosses up. I think it may do. It may push up a little bit today, Monday. Might just do a little push up. Have a little muck about. What did we say about GU? Yeah, we said GU might push up as well. US 30 might push up with it. All right. Why? They're both similar. If you don't believe that they're similar, you don't know that they're similar, you can quite simply add one on top of the other. This is GBP, USD. I'm going to add it on top of our US 30. And if I zoom out, you know, it's not perfect, but you can see they do the same thing, right? Look, when this one's kind of up, then it wasn't as big of a move here, but you have to understand as well. So you see here, look, we saw the big bears drop, see the big drop, it went sideways. They're similar, they're like cousins. You know, cousins that turn up to the dance wearing the same outfit. Yeah, but it just looks different on the two of them. Yeah, one of them's got more belly. Yeah, one of them's got more something else. Yeah, so it's like, it's the same, but they're different. Okay, so, you know, on that basis, we've already analyzed GU. You think to yourself, we might push up. And I'm looking here and I'm thinking to myself, we're not quite ponged yet. We pinged, we've ponged, we've pinged. We haven't quite got to the pong level over here. So we might pong back over here. We might actually continue pushing back up to this yellow line. All right, we might ping over here. We might do something like this. Push up in here. We might see the retracement. Then we might see this market going back up into these type of levels. All right. I mean, historically, whoops, this is horrible. I don't know what kind of lines of zigzags I'm doing. Historically, from this current market at the moment, oh, I can't get us. We've seen the retracements be a bit sideways. Look, bit sideways in here, bit sideways in here, bit sideways in here. So we might get a scenario whereby this market pushes up a little bit here, and then it just does this for a little bit. Just kind of does that for a little bit. Sideways, yeah, until it gets to the pong, and then it decides to maybe go again. Maybe. All right, we shall see. We shall see. I've got my alerts in there. Done with that one. Is there another pair anyone wants me to look at? Another pair anyone wants me to look at? I'm going to look at gold, XAU, USD. Let's go and have a look at gold, okay? Now we will look at some of the previous markups, saving us time. Okay, but we're still going to look at it first and foremost from a higher time frame perspective, from our bigger Russian doll. Okay, we have to look at it first from our larger Russian doll. Can we change this to regular? GBP USD, let's have a look. It's ringing. Have a look. What did I say? What did I say? I said if we see this market come back up here and close. There you go, US 30 going as well. All right, that potentially there's a smaller trade here. All right, up. If we wait till this candle closes, hasn't closed yet. All right, hasn't closed yet. This will be a 15-minute close. On the 9 o'clock, it didn't give us a 15-minute close, so that's off the table. On a 5-minute time frame, market is not quite closed above this level yet, and it has another 4 minutes and 6 seconds to close above. We can wait, we can be patient 4 minutes and see what happens, because the market might decide to do a hokey cokey, might give us a better aggressive entry after it closes some of these imbalances to be able to get in. All right, and we're just going to be patient and see. So my alert just rang, so it disappeared, so I'm going to have to put another alert in here. Add another alert, crossing up. Yeah, that if this market comes, closes above these levels here, will ring again and give us some more signal. Okay, remember, if it pushes up here early, starts going up here, our stop has to be below that last low. On a 5-minute time frame, that last low's there. I think if we wait for the whole 3 minutes, we might see this market come and retrace back in here, give us a better entry. So this is only 17 pips plus your spread times 2. Okay, you will add it in here. So, but if we wait, I think we will be able to see a little retracement and a continuation. If not, that's where your stop must go. Worst case scenario. So we've got 2 minutes or 3 minutes before this candle closes. We'll just wait. I'm going to pop another alert in here. Maybe it might not come back. Sometimes it doesn't. If it doesn't come back, then 20 pips, that's your entry. But that is a retracement trade, short term, just in regards to just this imbalance. So maybe a 1 to 3 trade, okay? Maybe less. Okay, when it gets to 1 to 1.5 or so, you'll be protecting your position anyway, so you could never lose. All right. But I'm more so interested in potentially this market rolling for bearish. And how do I know that? Because I started on my higher time frame and I understand my bigger Russian doll. I understand what's going on. All right. Let's go back to gold. GBP usually doesn't want me to leave it alone. All right, we've still got 2 minutes and 13 seconds. It is pushing up. Definitely looks like it's making intention that it wants to go up into these levels. But I'm going to be patient. We've got 2 minutes for a 5-minute close. Okay, looking at the time frame here also. You know, we have a nice 5-minute close. Just going to be patient, see where it closes, see if there's a better entry that happens. All right, I will. It's pushing up some more. It's very aggressive. Okay, we've got our alert over there. That's fine. Okay, so when it comes to gold, in my opinion, everything doesn't want me to do it. Like everything's, it's like the kids. As you look at something else, they want your attention. Let's go look at Euro JPY is ringing for some reason, meaning one of our alerts that we placed is ringing. Okay, let's have a look. And remember, we are totally calm. No FOMO, no excitement. Is what it is. Another day at the office. Okay, and let me get rid of some of these alerts lines so we don't have to look at them. Let's go in here and see what's going on. So what's going on is we're at the top of this range, and I was wondering whether we're going to have a reaction to the top of this pink range. Are we going to keep pushing up? I'm not even too sure what alert rang. It looks like it wants to have a little push up from what I can see here. It looks like it may be looking to come and break that structure above there, but we don't know until candles close. Wicks are just like testing, trying to test the gangster off that high. All right, a close is definitive. It's like, man, set up shop. All right, so right now we're still here. We're still trading within this range, within this high, and oops, still trading within, you know, this high, and ultimately it's this low down here. That's the swing low. Okay, there is a smaller low in here, like so. But for now, I mean, we're still in here. If you really want to go there, we're still in here. I'm expecting to see a reaction from here. If we see a little higher wick highs, doesn't matter. It's about when it closes and what happens afterwards. So, still watching it. Gonna place an alert back up in there. Actually, I've got one already. But the ones below, fine. You know, not too much excitement. But like I said, the gold, yeah, based upon this analysis, that you see that bigger yellow line that I put in there. Go back to our weekly. Let's start again. Looking a bit messy. Remove everything. Let's go to my monthly. All right, you can see here all the way going back to 1833 over here and beyond. Okay, Now we can draw some lines, see some historical data points. So historically, the market's touched there. Historically, we can see this angle, yeah, and then historically we can see this angle. And if I zoom in a bit, I'll go to my weekly for argument's sake. Even from there, we can see some separation as the market left that angle and said, you know what, we are even more bullish. Something else is happening in the world, more instability, more reason to place your money in a safe haven happened. And then we've seen this energy happening like this. Yeah, and then of recent, we've seen even more instability in the world. We've seen potential war. We've seen Putin stuff, Gaza stuff. The Middle East getting involved. More people are like, listen, yeah, the world's mad. I don't know where to put my money, but where a safe haven is gold. Park some money, more money in gold, mate. Regardless of what country wins the war, they're all gonna still be interested in gold, okay? And then we can see this here, this energy, this angle in here. That I'm gonna make a different color. All right, I'll make a different color. Of the market making some higher highs and higher lows on our 4-hour time frame, like so. Yeah, if I was to try and draw the actual range, it'd be looking something like this. Okay, now at the moment the market pushed up and made a big old higher high over here. The question I'm asking myself, because the market's trading within that high and that low here, is are we going to start making lower lows? Or are we going to continue pushing up, making even higher highs outside of the range, outside of that orange range that I've drawn? Let's have a look over here. This is on a 1-hour time frame. The market came all the way down here, but didn't break these levels. Makes me think to myself, it's shook. It's not ready to break those levels. I'm not sure. All right, I'm not sure. But right now, it's at the bottom of this green range, which is discounted in this impulse. So therefore, I'm expecting to see some potential buyers coming into this market and potentially pushing this market back up into these levels. Where to? Or potentially closing some of these imbalances. Look at that big old 4-hour imbalance in here. That big old 4-hour inefficiency. Yeah, potentially the market wants to come up in here and wants to close some of this inefficiency. Okay. So I'm looking at it here on a 1-hour time frame. We've got some little froth happening, kind of it going sideways in here. If I drop to my 15 minutes, it becomes clearer. Can you see? So though we have, on a smaller time frame, made a little indication of what we might do. Yeah, breaking some of this minor structure in here. Made an indication of what it might want to do. After it made that indication, it was like, I don't know, mate. I'm just, I did come all the way down there and I did feel, but I'm just kind of going sideways right now. I'm just not sure. Or maybe I was just tired at the time and I didn't really want to start that journey all by myself. I wanted to wait for the next week to kick in. Need to get some more participants. Maybe we can build up more orders. When I build up the orders, maybe I'll come and eat them orders first before pushing up here. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just quickly push up in here and then decide I'm ready to go. But at the moment, sideways action. Yeah, sideways action. Yeah, on many time frames. The market is just going sideways. You can see, we know that below any range is there's liquidity building up below or above any range. Okay, so we're sitting here and we're wondering what this market's going to go and do. I'm going to pop an alert below, add an alert crossing down. I'm going to add an alert above this blue box that I just drew, so let me know something else is happening. Because remember, as soon as I stop looking at this market, it's gone. I wouldn't be able to know what's happening in EJ or GE if I didn't place my alerts and they didn't ring. Those alerts have to be there, they have to ring. Okay, that's it for gold. That's me. I've analyzed GU, XA Gold, EJ, US 30. Let's have a look at the DAX. Let's have a look at the DAX, which is DE30 Euro with Rwanda. Zoom out. Okay, as always. As always. Alright, let's delete everything. We don't have to use what we made earlier. As always, we zoom out, we start again with fresh eyes. Yeah, fresh eyes to look on the outlook. Now I can see how COVID messed up this range, but prior to that, this market was just doing this. Yeah. Yeah, prior to COVID, this market was just going, yep. High highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. Okay. That's what it was doing. But since COVID, we had this energy here. So I'm going to take it into consideration. There's no point ignoring COVID. Then the market started to do this. Okay. If we zoom in, I can make it better. But ultimately, market started to do that. And started to go even harder at it. Like, listen, we are really going for it. Okay, we might be able to put in some bigger lines here. This is a potential bigger line, like so, off of the top here. We'll put this bigger line in here, potentially off of the top here. Keys ringing again. Let's just have a look at it constantly like a child. Oh, didn't break that high, you see? Didn't break that high. Okay, that's the highest point. That's what we're looking to see, whether he's going to get any type of break in structure. It's broken this minor structure at the moment. Hasn't closed. Got 2 minutes and 53 seconds for it to close. Has not closed. Let's have a look at that GU. Is waiting for it to close. Oh, have a look. That 5-minute candle on GU did close above. So look, potentially that is an entry here. If you're stopped below here, and I think you might get a better entry if this market in a minute, it might come down here and retrace and make a better little lower here, make a higher high. But either way, this is potentially on the cards as a short-term trade based upon it indicating, correcting and continuing. All right, not that I've taken it, but that's what we was looking at. Potentially has happened. The EJ also, we're trying to work out what it wants to do right here. Remember, this is just minor structure. This is really the bigger boy structure. If I was to do something, I'd probably fade this one out a little bit. Yeah, that's the kind of minor structure. Here is the real structure. We want to know if it's going to close below. Okay, let's go back to our DAX. The DAX is trading within this bigger range here. Let's make it a different color. Okay, we can see this impulse currently making a high, higher low, actually breaking structure here, making a higher high above this level. If I zoom into that energy of what's been going on here, we can draw another smaller range. All right, the other smaller range is looking like this, from here to here. All right, let's stop you from talking. And let's do that. Okay, so we can see this range. I'm going to make pink. Okay, and I'm going to put this on the top end over here. This market has been trading up within. I'm going to zoom in on my 4-hour time frame and having a look to see what's happening. Well, we can see that the market was making this impulse here, was going for it like so, but then something changed and it started to break structure, making indications and corrections and coming down here back to this pink line. The question is, right now we're in a discount of this pink range. Is this market going to keep pushing up, or does it want to break outside of the range and do something else? At the moment, have a look. This is looking like this. Yeah, it's looking like this. This is the range the market's been trading down within. Is it going to, it's currently in here, in this range here, between this low and this high of this wick. Okay, is it going to break outside of there is the question. All right, because if it does, maybe it is in a discount, it wants to keep pushing up. If it doesn't, maybe it wants to break outside the market after tapping into this bigger Russian doll, this green one, and it wants to do something else. So what I would do is, right now would be a great time to get down to a smaller time frame if I start seeing this breaking structure bearishly. But it's still a little bit within the range. I'm going to drop my time frame down to an hour, see what's happening, because look, it is in a big 4-hour candlestick zone. Can you see that there? Right there is a big 4-hour candlestick, bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. Okay, so between here and up here is a big candlestick zone that the market is sitting within. On a smaller time frame, on my 1-hour time frame, You can see imbalance in here, and then another candlestick zone here, in here, like that. Okay, and for all we know, the market's going to tap in there, and we can start seeing some breaker structure. We go to our 15-minute time frame. Be able to see some lines, put some lines in here after this market started to break structure, kind of like this. And the top end will kind of be like that. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to set my alerts above here, set some alerts below some structure, maybe like over here if the market starts doing something else. And that's it. On a smaller time frame, we'll be able to look at the impulse as it pushes into that other candlestick zone and closes the imbalance. For example, on a 5-minute time frame, see, we can get down to this kind of level in here. At the moment, the market's trading within a bit of a range, because we'd have to draw a line something like this, trying to touch the last low before that highest point. So really, we'd like either another higher point, or we're going to be forced to go down to smaller time frames. If I just show it to you on the 1-minute time frame, you see better structure. Look, see, better structure. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Came down here. Didn't quite close below this level. All right, but it does look like it wants to be fair. All right, so I've got my alerts in. I'm gonna pop an alert there below here also. That's it. Anybody got any other pairs that they want me to look at? Anyone get any other pairs they want me to look at? Let's have a look at the GU over here. Look. Might be in a tiny bit of blue if you clicked into that trade. EJ, oops, see? EJ looks like it wants to break minor structure. It's making out like it wants to push down. Let me change this. Why is this on percentage? Yeah. Yeah, that looks like it wants to break this minor structure. Is it going to break this more major structure on that time frame? I think so. I think it's going to muck about, but I think it's going to break down here. That's why I've got an alert sitting right there. Okay, but yeah, that's about that. 1 second. Nothing else, yeah. Monday, hectic. All right. So yeah, that's that. Any questions about anything, guys? Listen, what I want you to do is this strategy. I really need you guys to master this strategy, because it's not difficult, and I think I teach it in a methodical way. Where you start off on a larger time frame and you understand. Draw some lines. Just draw some bloody lines. Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, draw some lines and understand the market structure, understand price action, understand the bigger picture. Now you might be saying I want to buy, but on the bigger picture, yeah, you might buy up a little bit, but it's about the sell. For argument's sake, the GU, I think this GU may push up into this level, but ultimately I really want to be in for the sell. If I am forced to get into it, I am going to be cautious of the fact that I think that the market may turn around, especially after capturing some of this imbalance. There's the one imbalance, there's the second imbalance. Yeah, and then ultimately I actually want to be in it for the sell. But at the moment, there is an opportunity. It is Monday, and don't get twisted. From here to here is 65 pips or 50, 60 pips. From here to up in here is, you know, a big 120, 180 pips. That's a big deal. It's not a little deal. It's a big deal. 50 pips is a good deal if you get a good entry. Yeah, even if you got an entry at 10 pips there, that's still a 1 to 5. Okay. Our EJ, let's have a look. Our EJ, we've had some wick action down here. Let's have a look on a bigger time frame. Yeah, we haven't quite pushed down and broke outside of this structure, but we have pushed below this structure on a 5-minute time frame. Haven't given us a close, just gave us a wick, and now the market's doing something behind this wick, have a little dance. Okay, so on a 5-minute time frame, we haven't really got a close below this structure. So I really think we just want to wait until we break this level in here before we decide we want to do anything. Let's have a look at our JER 30. All right, the JER 30 is in here doing a dance. Okay, and it's just whether or not this market is going to turn around now, or it wants to push up some more and push into some of these little structures that we identified. Yeah, we identified in the hour time frame. It is a candlestick zone over here that the market might want to tap into. So I'm very conscious of that. All right, I'm not just going to take the trade now for the sell, because I'm feeling myself maybe this actually wants to push up and get into this level first. All right, any questions? have a quick glimpse at the news to see what's going on. We haven't got Brother Alan on at the moment, but let's go and have a look to see what's happening today. Economic calendar. All right. Today is looking calm until we get till about 1:30. Then we got some red folder, retail sales, retail sales, retail sales, New York Empire State Manufacturing Index, US retail sales, a lot of retail sales stuff, red folder happening at 1:30. So maybe we might see some action leading up to 1:30 and maybe just after 1:30. Either way, protect your positions, yeah, or stay away. Yeah, but it's difficult to say to stay away from red folder news. This is my thing. There's red folder news every day, every day. Every day there's something going on. You won't even bother getting the markets. But what I would say is to protect your position and at least be aware of what time everything's going to start kicking off. All right, so that you're not surprised by anything because you protected yourself or you were just aware. All right, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, or grand rising, or amazing day. Better still, not good morning. I told you about the good morning thing. By the time I get off the call, there's only a few hours left of the morning. All right, so we want an amazing day. All right, we want an amazing, amazing, amazing day. We don't just want a good morning, all right, as well as the language is not great, okay? We want to have an amazing day. I'm looking here and I'm trying to see if we can find something that we could watch, something that is inspirational, something that's maybe going to teach us something. Um, um, we can watch an interview of a trader who says that he got banned for being too profitable from prop firms, or we can watch Myron Golden the education scam. He's on an interview as well. The power of the tongue. Myron Golden. Does anybody have a preference? Myron Golden about the power of the tongue. He's a black motivational educator, I guess. Or I got banned by prop firms for being too profitable. I'll tell you what we do. We'll go with Myron first. We'll keep it there first, and then we keep moving. Guys, for the people that are at home, do like and subscribe and do share. All right. Give away this education, this game every morning. Okay. Teaching people how to pass their prop firm challenges, and more importantly, how to understand and master the markets by market structure and price action. I try to deliver it in a way which is easily understood with metaphors and analogies and